All right, it's Sober October 21 Day Detox. So it's Sober October 21 Day Detox. I'm not doing the full month because, as I said in a recent video, I was going to my sister's first weekend to celebrate her birthday, and I just knew I was going to drink. So I wasn't going to set myself up for failure this time. Last month we saw that I put forth some good effort in Sober September. I went 10 or 11 days with no alcohol. I even went some days without cigarettes, 6 days without cigarettes. So I made some strides. And perhaps bringing in the cigarettes too quick contributed to me falling off the path. But long story short, I did go 22 days sober in the month of September, which for me is a big improvement because, as I've discussed, the 4 months leading up to that month, I drank every day. I may have missed 4 days or 3 days or 5 days in that entire 4-month stretch, drinking anywhere from 7 to 12 IPAs a day. There's a few big lessons that I've learned in my attempt at Sober September, that which has helped me gear up for this 21-day detox in October. One of those things is that when I was drinking every day in those last 4 months leading up to September, I kind of stayed in, like I was always underneath the influence of alcohol. I was able to drive during the day because I wasn't drinking during the day, but the alcohol from the night before or day before, or whatever it was, contributed to this cloud state that I stayed in. On one side, the benefit, I think, was that my body was so used to having alcohol that it learned how to manage day-to-day activities without much sluggishness. I wasn't super active. I was still going for walks in the mornings, not as rigorously as I was in September, but I was still going for walks. It may be I'll go 2 days, miss 2 days, probably 3 or 4 days a week I was going for a walk. And I was getting up relatively early too. However, I did let a lot of shit get to me. I was irritable, mood swings, and I guess you could call it like a deflated sense of self. Not like full-on depression and not full-on anxiety, but it was there. And a lot of those nights that I would drink, it would like mask that and just bury it and bottle it, as I've said so many times. But moving on to my experiment in September, I went those 11 first days without drinking. And then I think I drank one night, skipped 2, drank 2, skipped 3, drank 2, skipped 2, whatever. So I was having these breaks, right? I think that the first time that I did it, I kind of bounced back pretty quick. It didn't really knock me off course. I had a little bit more of a hangover because my body was not, or it was becoming used to not having to deal with alcohol. And then all of a sudden I was like, bam, there you go, have some drink. The morning was a little bit rough, but I think all in all I was able to maintain my flow of doing things day to day. But over the course of the last half of the month, I got away from my meditation rituals that I had begun, or meditation habits if you don't like the word ritual. It's like as the month went on with my sporadic drinking here and there, not really consecutive, aside from a couple times, I just lost sight of the inner connection with myself that I was working on. Fast forward to this past weekend, I did end up drinking the past few days, not on Sunday night, but Saturday night, Friday night, I think Thursday night, whatever I drank on those nights. I think just adding up all of the drinking that I did do, which again is considerably less than it was before, all of the nights drinking added up, especially the final 3 nights of drinking leading into this week, it brought back a lot of negative feelings, negative emotions, kind of like a falsely inflated ego where I was more irritable at other people. When I've talked about before about getting mad at someone driving poorly, pulling up on someone who pulled out on you and just like out of touch, really out of touch. When I was getting into Sober September and I was going those days without drinking, I started, enjoying nature more and like my walks in the morning, just like being in awe at something as simple as birds flying over or the way a palm tree blows, the way the waves move, and especially definitely the breeze. The wind was just feeling amazing. But it's like all of those things that I was beginning to really enjoy about just being alive drinking made them just shut up. It's like that part of the brain is told to sit down by the alcohol personality. So anyhow, the benefits of going consecutive days without drinking, like consecutive days, I'm thinking at least 21 days without drinking, and then being able to, if you can, have the occasional drink. I may not be that person. It might be something where I have that drink on the 22nd day or whatever, wait 2 days, have a couple drinks, wait 1 day, have a couple drinks. All of a sudden I'm drinking 2 days in a row. Like, I don't know. But the one thing that I do know is that I do have the ability to reflect on myself and my habits and what's good and what's bad. So, whereas there are people out there who I would say, and I feel like liquor is the bigger problem in this category. But if you're someone who, you can't go without drinking, and you just wake up and you drink, and you don't have any self-control over it. For me, it's not really about self-control. It's about giving in for dumb reasons. Like, fuck it, I'll just drink tonight. Like, that sort of thing. It's not like, holy shit, I need a drink, So if you're someone who's, and I mean, granted, like, a lot of that ties into our mind. I think that our mind is more powerful than we believe. And regardless of how deep your, addiction or how deep your dependency is with alcohol, I think that theoretically there are ways to get it fixed with how we process thoughts and how we move through this world, and training our mind to look at things differently. I'm just speaking for myself, though. Like, I have the control, and it's almost like I'm just, even though the pot's hot, it's like, well, yeah, but this is a different pot. Let me touch that one too. Make sure, does this one still hurt? Yeah, that hurts, I don't know. And I guess a little bit being stubborn too is a part of it. A lot of it's being stubborn, if we're being honest. The big thing is that I realized how much better I feel when I go sober. I'm waking up earlier when I go sober. Like I said, I was, getting up at 6 without an alarm, not feeling sluggish, excited to go for a walk, excited to meditate, and excited to start my day. And then, the really good days was when at lunch I'd sit at my desk as opposed to the leather couch and watch some uplifting content like Abraham Hicks, or, just something powerful to the soul for lunch, as opposed to mindless Netflix for lunch, or same thing for dinner. And, I've talked about it before, but obviously, like, the content we consume is very important to how we feel as well. So if we're smoking weed, drinking, smoking cigarettes, watching Netflix, watching TikTok, whatever it is, like, all of these things add up, and it makes us more groggy. But the most at peace I've felt this year was those first 10 or 11 days of Sober September, when I was really shedding the effect of the alcohol, cleaning my body, and meditating every morning, and focusing on positive thought. I felt great. I let a couple little things get to me, and not in the sense of, fuck this day, I'm going to drink, but more so like, I'm just going to drink, and maybe it's similar, I don't know. But point being, I realized that I need to go longer. In the last year and a half, I think the longest I've gone without alcohol is 28 days. And I can go back and look at those videos, because I kind of did an update on that at the time period too. But I'm in a much better place. And back then, I think I was still really concerned about the job that I was doing and what I was going to do and all this sort of stuff. I'm not anywhere near as concerned about that stuff now. I feel good about it. If anything, the COVID world and the state of the world, whatever, is kind of fucks with you subconsciously, and obviously my past. But these are all things that I can work on through meditation and sobriety. So after this 21-day detox, I'm going to, try different things. I know I'm going over to my sister's again for Halloween, and I will most likely be drinking on that evening. So that's why I said 21 days. But there's a good chance that it'll be that one day, and then I'll go back and do another detox. I'm not going to always document it like this, but I will make uploads occasionally. But like I said, this most likely the last time I'm going to do like a daily update on my YouTube shit. So anyhow, 21-day detox. I'm super pumped about it. I forced myself out of bed this morning to go for my walk early and watch the sunrise, and I will be doing more of that. And as the days go on, I'll be getting up without an alarm. I'll be getting back to a happy place, and that's the idea. That's the biggest lesson that this time period has taught me, is that, you know, we think that drinking makes us feel better, but it only does for a couple hours. And, you know, the people who don't drink that much, but they drink, you know, once every couple weeks, and they don't really have like a quote unquote problem with it. You know, they do that one night, they drink every couple weeks, and the next morning or next 2 days, they're rough as shit. And like, it's like, okay, yeah, that's enough for that. Let's get back to being sober. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of content on this stuff, and I could get to a point that I never drink again. I don't know. We're going to see. I definitely know that long strides of sobriety are crucial to me growing as a person, growing my career, growing spiritually, everything. And I look forward to the massive difference that there's going to be on day 22. Because 11 days was cool. I got to see like a little bit of the beauty that is life, and not being consumed and controlled by alcohol. And again, I don't think of myself as an alcoholic, but it is a controlling substance on your mind and how you view the world. It's poison. I tell you, it's poison. So for my regular viewers out there, you can probably see a little bit of sluggishness still in me, even though I didn't drink it all yesterday. And obviously I haven't drank today. I'm not drinking tonight. I'm going blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I'm not at my tip-top shape. But this is day one. Even though I wasn't drinking yesterday, I'm counting this as day one. We're going to do 21 days. And I'm probably going to go longer than that, but I'm going to document 21 days. And I'm sure that we'll see a gradual increase in my thought processing abilities and all that good shit. So here we go again. Another few weeks of updates, daily videos from yours truly, Mr. Real Deal Phil.
Just you wait in Reagan, just you wait. You'll be sorry, but your tears will be too